Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and by the time you guys are watching this video, the Steam Winter Sale will be kicking off in just a few short hours, but as I've said before, there's always publishers and developers running a lot of deals early. So I've gotten the jump on rounding out some of these deals. These deals will continue into the winter sale and until the end of the winter sale, which should be 2 weeks from today, so you'll have ample time to pick up any of the games that you are interested in. With that being said, got like 15 games to go over that are already discounted, so let's just get right into it, and let's kick things off with the Resident Evil 2 remake. That is 75% off for $9.99. There's going to be a lot of attention around RE2, RE4, leading into the release of Resident Evil Requiem, which now we do know that Leon is going to be a focal character in that game. I mean, that was like the worst kept secret in gaming, but Resident Evil 2 is a phenomenal ground-up remake of the original title. I will say, I'm not somebody that has a large affinity towards the original game, so I'm probably not the best person in talking about how it pays respect to the original. I enjoyed Resident Evil 2 as a survival horror action title, and I thought it was really, really well done. Definitely from a mood standpoint and the ambiance, I think it does that element really well, and I had a great time with it. There's a reason why it's got 48,000 reviews and 96% positive for an overwhelmingly positive reception, and very much well-deserved on that, and the game is fantastic. So $9.99 on that, great deal there. Next up, we do have Slay the Spire, which is 75% off for $6.24. Slay the Spire is a game that I picked up as it was coming out of early access, and I remember really not knowing what I was getting myself into in regards with that game. It's just the Steam reception was really strong. I'd heard about that game a little bit, and the price point was about to go up. So I was just like, F it, let me buy it, and I was blown away by it. The idea of a roguelike mix with a card game, I didn't really know how that was going to work, and turns out those are mechanics and elements of gaming that mix together really well. A card game and building a deck throughout the course of a roguelite with all of these different runs, it's just very synergistic in the sense that it enhances both aspects of the game. Building the right deck, making sure you're not overflowing with cards you don't need. It's just a very unique game in that regard. Another game with an overwhelmingly positive reception, 69,000 reviews, 97% positive. A Slay the Spire 2 should be out later in 2026, so you'll have that to look forward to as well. But yeah, $6.24 on that, great deal there. Next up, if you want a co-op title, Deep Rock Galactic is a great one. A 1 to 4 player co-op FPS featuring badass space dwarves, 100% destructible environments, procedurally generated caves, and endless hordes of alien monsters. 165,000 reviews on this one, 97% positive there. You've got 4 unique classes, fully destructible environments, procedurally generated cave network, high-tech gadgets and weapons, and a wide variety of content as well. There is some DLC, but $8.99 for the base game, a great deal on that. Next up, we got Klonoa, the Phantasy Reverie series, 75% off for $9.99. One of the most underrated platforming franchises, I think, in all of gaming. Probably this and Rayman these days, but Klonoa is great, and it really deserves a lot more love and attention, and Bandai Namco has given it quite a few opportunities. There was the original releases, the Nintendo Wii remake, then we had the Phantasy Reverie series, which takes the first 2 Klonoa titles, Klonoa, Door to Phantom Isle, and Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil, updates them quite a lot, and are just worthwhile platformers. A lot of charm to them, and for $9.99, great pickup here if you're remotely into platformers. Next up, we do have Monster Hunter World. That is 67% off for $9.89. I know that Monster Hunter Wilds is obviously out, but that game obviously has its fair share of issues, and more than anything, it still goes for a hefty price point. And I liked Monster Hunter Wilds, don't get me wrong. I don't get into the Monster Hunter games maybe as much as everybody or a lot of other people that expect these games to perpetually give them content year-round. Like, I play them. With Monster Hunter World, you had a significant amount of content updates, and this is just the base game. If you do want the expansion, you can get the Iceborne Master Edition. That's $15.98, which I gotta say is pretty good. Like, $6 extra for the Master Edition with Iceborne. I think that's a pretty darn good buy. But Monster Hunter World's a good time. $9.89 on that, really good deal there. For those of you looking for a quality horror title, Still Wakes the Deep is 75% off for $8.74. I think this is a really good deal for Still Wakes the Deep. 1975, disaster strikes the Barrier D oil rig off the coast of Scotland. Navigate the collapsing rig to save your crew from an otherworldly horror on the edge of all logic and reality. The game did have a bit of DLC come out in Siren's Rest, but was received pretty darn well. Very positive reception across its 5,400 reviews, 89% positive. Next up, we got Grand Theft Auto 4, the Complete Edition, 70% off for $5.99. Man, I could talk about GTA 4 for a while. I get that there are people that absolutely love Grand Theft Auto 4 and it's their favorite game in the entire series. I liked Grand Theft Auto 4, don't get me wrong, but I remember playing this game right when it came out and seeing that all of these different outlets were giving it 10 out of 10. I personally just did not think of GTA 4 at that level. Did I think it was a good open world game? Absolutely, absolutely. I didn't think it was this 10 out of 10. However, I seem to be in the minority on that. There are a lot of people that absolutely love GTA 4 and consider it the best game in the entire series. So hey, if you're in that camp, more power to you, and more people seem to be in that camp than not in that camp. So take that for what you will. The Complete Edition also includes the DLC, Ballad of Gay Tony, and the Lost in the Damned. So you're getting a ton of content for your dollar. It absolutely is dated in some regards. The checkpoint's not the best in that regard, but yeah, $5.99 on GTA 4. I think that's a great deal, so I would definitely recommend that. Next up, we do have Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, 85% off for $7.49. As far as JRPGs go, Ni no Kuni isn't a franchise that gets a lot of attention these days, and I remember loving Ni no Kuni on the PlayStation 3, and back on the PS3, when Ni no Kuni came out, I feel like a lot of people were saying it's like the best JRPG of that generation, and I just don't think it gets that love. Is it a little bit, you know, a little bit on the cutesy side? Definitely. You've got that Studio Ghibli aesthetic, but I still think it's a worthwhile game, and I love the art style. Sure, maybe the cast of characters in Ni no Kuni not as badass as, let's say, you know, the main character isn't Clive from Final Fantasy 16, but I still think overall, there's a good story here, pretty solid gameplay, and if you're in JRPGs, I think you'll end up liking it. For $7.49, pretty good pickup there. Next up, let's give some more JRPGs some love. I gotta give Scarlet Nexus a shout. I think Scarlet Nexus is so underrated. It's 84% off for $9.59. I really, really enjoyed this game. Does it have its issues? Absolutely. I feel like narratively it's kind of all over the place, but from a gameplay standpoint, soundtrack standpoint, character designs, I thought all of that was really, really strong. And overall, I had a good time with the game. Combat was enjoyable. You did see that they had to cut some corners in the development of this game where a lot of the, you know, narrative is told via, like, visual novel style scenes, so, you know, you don't have these big cutscenes and whatnot. You do have a couple of those, but not that many. Overall, though, did really enjoy the game. $9.59 for the base game, I think is a good pickup. Then we do have Tales of Arise. That is 75% off for $9.99, which I think that's a really solid deal as well. Tales of Arise is a great JRPG. Sure, I don't think it's the best Tales of game. I would give that to Tales of Abyss. I don't think the characters are as strong, but overall, the story's pretty good. The visuals, I think, are great. The gameplay's enjoyable, and the story's still fine. It's not blow away, but I think it's fine. Save the world kind of fair, and had a good time with it. $9.99 for Tales of Arise. Definitely a good pickup there. Dredge, 60% off for $9.99. A single-player fishing adventure with a sinister undercurrent. Sell your catch, upgrade your boat, and dredge the depths for long-buried secrets. Explore a mysterious archipelago and discover why some things are best left forgotten. Overwhelmingly positive reception on this one. 28,000 reviews. 96% positive, so really well received. But yeah, that's been one of the standouts for a couple of years now as far as smaller games that have really gained a lot of traction. $9.99 for Dredge. Blasphemous 2, 67% off for $9.89. If you're looking for a challenging Metroidvania, you certainly will find that here. Explore a full, non-linear world. Having awoken in a strange new land, your journey starts anew in a series of enchantingly grotesque landscapes, oozing gothic charm and littered with unforgiving traps. How you tackle the labyrinth world remains at your discretion. There is no wrong turn to be made, only scores to settle. The game notes savage combat. Customize your playthrough your way. Grand intense boss battles and explore a deep new world. All that in Blasphemous 2 for $9.89. Next up, we got Monster Hunter Stories, 67% off for $9.89. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming out next year, and I think that game looks awesome. With Stories 1, you do have to keep your expectations in check. This was initially a 3DS game. Then they ported it to other platforms. It takes Monster Hunter, but puts it into this accessible JRPG that I actually think was pretty well done. It's been a few years since I've played Monster Hunter Stories initially, but I had a fun time with it. Just don't expect something at the level of, Monster Hunter nowadays. It's totally different in that regard, but a fun game nonetheless if you are looking for a different style of Monster Hunter game. It still has a lot of the monsters that you're familiar with if you played the other Monster Hunter titles. And lastly, we got Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered starring Lara Croft. Look, I've been pretty vocal that I am more of a fan of the Tomb Raider Survivor trilogy. That's what got me really into Tomb Raider, but a lot of people love these games, and Spire did a great job as far as updating them and getting them to a newer audience as well. The original 3 Tomb Raider titles in one collection, and obviously the first Tomb Raider game is getting a reimagining, remake, whatever you want to call it, but here you got Tomb Raider 1 through 3, 70% off for $8.99, so you can check that out. But that is going to do it for me. Again, all of these deals are live right now, but a significant amount of new deals will be rolling in 1 p.m. Eastern time today for the winter sale proper, and I'll be highlighting all of those deals as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.